I found a $2,000 server. Will it start? Let's find out. So I found this $2,000 server of some kind, and I got it for $300. I found it at a store that was closing down. They were doing a liquidity sale. They said everything was half off, but this didn't have a price tag at all, so he just threw one on there. This thing has dual Xeon processors in it. I'm not exactly sure what they are just yet. I sort of looked around in it. I plugged it in, it came on, it seemed like it posted, but I didn't have a monitor or anything to check to see if it actually posted or not. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's just open this thing up first before I do anything else, just to see and take a deeper dive into this thing. Oh yeah. So this thing actually originally had a Quadro, an NVIDIA Quadro GPU in it. I believe it was the 6000. Don't quote me on that. Of course, for I/O, you've got VGA, you've got a couple USB ports, a bunch of network ports, and then for some reason 3 USB port card in there as well, along with, oh well, actually 2 more on the top. It's also got 2 460 watt power supplies in it. Again, I plugged them in, they both seem to be running. Before we take a look at inside of here, let me go ahead and twist this thing around. This is the HP ProLiant ML350P Generation 8. With that specific Xeon processor, I'm not exactly sure what generation it is. I think that's 8th gen maybe. The coolest thing about this specific server, property of US government, NASA. Look at that. By the way, I meant to say sorry if there's like background noise. I hope I actually downstairs in my basement recording this because this thing is just so freaking massive. But I've got a dehumidifier running, so hopefully my DaVinci Resolve noise reduction will get rid of it. But yeah, there's nothing on the back, so let's go ahead and get all this propped up and set up. Oh wait, actually, before we do that, totally forgot, skipped a part. This thing right here actually opens up. I can't for the life of me figure out how to get it to actually close. It just it won't close all the way, and I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it has something to do with this thing. Whatever this thing here is, I'm not sure. Because it's got like a little hole here to lock, but it doesn't. Oops, well, I just took the whole front off. But yeah, I can't seem to actually get it to close for some reason.
Hey guys, Editor Gabe here. I did figure out how this closed. One of those top like bin covers was like sticking out slightly. All I did was take it out and put it back in. Also, side note, I apologize for my awkwardness during this. As you can see, I haven't made a video like this in quite a long time. So I'm like more awkward than I usually am, I guess, because it's been such a long time. And again, I apologize for that, but I am trying my hardest, I promise.
4 more USB ports here, a DVD drive, which is actually nice, I'm glad that's there. A UID button, which I'm not sure what that means. You got your Ethernet, and I guess that's power, I'm not sure. You got your power button in there. Down there, you've got your hard drive ports. Now, this thing only came with 1 hard drive. I'm surprised it even came with any hard drives, to be honest, but apparently it has special SCSI drives. Of course, this one has a 1 terabyte WD Blue PC hard drive, 7200 RPM, that's pretty good. Yeah, let me go ahead and pop this back in there. There we go. And close this back up. Again, I don't know what is holding it out. And this has an exclamation point on it. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. Let me go ahead. Wait, I just realized there's stuff on the back of this. Okay. You guys can pause to read each section here. Probably some very, very useful stuff. Yeah, 460. So yeah, let's go ahead and finally, for like the freaking 5th time, set this thing on its back and open it up a little bit more. See what this thing has to offer me. This thing's decently heavy. Also, sorry if there's like any mess in the background or anything like that. I swept it up to the best of my ability, but that's kind of like stained, and you know, I'm in the process of trying to get my basement set up properly in order to you know, move down here, I guess. But yeah, it's still got a little bit of mold, gonna be honest. So yeah, so you got fan cage handle here. Wait, does that just pull the entire thing out? Deal with that in a second. Let's pull this up here first. This is for the airflow, I assume. You got fins going to different sections of the server here. Now I'm greeted with 4 RAM sticks. Let's pop one out here. So we got DDR3, 1333 megahertz, 24 gigabyte stick. Okay, let's check this one. Same thing, so there's 48 gigs right there. What's this? What are these? No, that's just a regular 4 gigabyte stick. So that's, let's see, 48, 52. And crazily enough, I have plenty of RAM. There's another 4 gigabyte stick, so that's 46 gigs. 46? Wait, no, 56. 56 gigabytes of RAM. That's kind of whack, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Let's get closer up here. It's got different things here. See, I'm not too familiar with servers. This is actually my first. What is this for? What goes into here? Oh, sorry, you can't see. What goes into here? I'm not really sure. Again, I know was it just for GPU or something? You got your PCI ports, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ports. So, and I believe there's actually 8 PCIe 3 ports. Yeah, 8 PCIe 3 ports and 1 PCIe 2 port. I was talking to my friend Journey about it, but you can see it labeled there, PCIe 3x8 and 3x16. Down here, PCIe 2. The rest should be PCIe, wait. Yep, 3. Yeah. So, he was right on what he read. Now I wonder how difficult it would be to remove these fans, because I'm sure it needs some new thermal paste. I don't really know if I want to worry about it right now, but let's see, is there anything labeled? HP, part number, replace with spare part number. Huh. How does this work? Push down? Just a push down thing? Is that it? Wait, really? It's that easy? Wow. Why can't they all be that way? I want to shoot. 'Cause I don't know exactly what processor's down here in this, so I'm curious what's on the back, because there's like, it's like lifted up. Well, alright, let me put this back for now, and then, yeah, I know you shouldn't really do that, but I'll apply thermal paste to it later, at a later date. I could probably check what CPU is in it anyways after it's turned on. Yeah, I guess let me go ahead and put this cover back in, flip it around, and see if there's anything behind it. I do want to know what this is about, because it doesn't want to actually move. Huh. What's cool about this too is there's actually handles on the bottom of it to help carry it. Go. I just realized this USB port, or this USB thing down here, has an IDE connector on it. Both of them do. Wow, there's a USB port on the back too. curious if these actually need to be powered by IDE. I'm pretty sure the power supplies do not support IDE, considering how... Oh, wait, me when I lie? There's IDE port cables in here, and SATA cables in here. For some reason. I can't really get those to the front, obviously, but I guess so you can like mix and match new and old hardware. That's interesting. So I decided to change my mind from taking this back apart because it looks like there's like a bunch of these Torx bit screws. I have the bit for it. I actually started to unscrew it. There's 3 here on the back, and there's, I don't know, maybe 4 on the front, but I took those out and nothing happened. Like, it was just still stuck in there, so there's definitely more to it, and I don't necessarily want to take the time to, you know, take it apart. So yeah, I guess that's gonna have to do it for taking this apart. Let me go ahead and get this all set up, but before I do that, this thing is already all just scratched up to bits because of this concrete floor. Some of that was already there, but before I do that, let me go ahead and show you guys just other stuff that I have bought from there. So first things first here, I got this ATI GPU. It's got a DVI port, I believe, and an S-video port. It is, if you guys know, it's like an ATI something or other, I'm not sure. If you know what kind of GPU this is, please let me know down in the comments below. I have bought another one, same thing pretty much, except this one actually has 2 display ports instead of, you know, those. I wonder if we can run these in conjunction with each other, but again, if you guys know anything about these cards, let me know. Another card I bought, it's another ATI card, but it's different. It's got a little flame on it. This is actually a TV one, graphics TV, whatever that means. It's got the little port there, an HDMI port, actually, and a DVI port. So that shows me this is fairly newer, I guess. My assumption is you can plug, like, say your DVR or something into this, and it'll just work. Like, you could watch it on your computer, maybe, because I know Windows Media Center actually had that ability. TV tuners, that's what they're called. But yeah, ATI Theater Video. ATI Theater 690 Pro. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe this goes out. Maybe it's an outlet to a TV through a coax cable or something instead of, you know, a monitor or something like that. That could be what this is for instead of a tuner, which I have always wanted a TV tuner to run through Media Center if it works. Another card I got, I actually didn't buy this. He threw it in there for free because I decided I didn't want it, is this EVGA card. It is the 800 GT or 8500 GT. The reason I didn't want it originally is because the fan is just stuck. It won't budge, which I'm sure is an easy fix, but you know, but he gave it to me for free anyways, because, you know, I mean, they're closing, they have no use for any of this stuff. But the final thing I got is actually a bigger, you know, decent GPU. Look at these fins with that little fan on it, but it actually came with 2 power ports on it, so it's kind of surprising. This is fortunately an NVIDIA card. I'm trying to find what it is again. Where's it at? There it is. It is the 9800 GTX. It's the kind of card this is. So if this thing works, I was thinking about maybe putting it in there and replace it with the Quadro, since, you know, it's the Quadro. I know and the reason I know that this thing had a Quadro in it to begin with is because the store I was at, I actually didn't even know that this server was here. I walk in, was kind of browsing around, and this guy just started saying, like, let's see, he was like, hey, is this a server? And he asked the guy that was working there, and he walked over, was like, oh, I have no idea, I didn't even know we had it, because apparently this is a new guy. This guy isn't supposed to, like, he's never been here before for too long, and it piqued my interest when I heard that. I'm like, oh shoot, what the heck? And freaking, I walk over there and I look, I'm like, oh yeah, it's got the Intel Xeon sticker, so it's definitely a server. And, you know, we got to talking or whatever. I open up, he's like, man, I actually kind of want that. I actually want that card. I was like, yeah, I mean, take it, I guess. I was like, I don't even know what their Quadros are for. He's like, they're usually meant for, like, you know, heavy video editing, or he said 3D printing, but I think he meant like 3D modeling. But who knows? He could mean 3D printing. But yeah, I mean, I got to walking around, defining all of this stuff, and talking to the guy and everything like that. And next thing you know, he's looking forward to this video. So another thing, actually, he found this. He was going to buy it, but changed his mind. But it's a little 2 terabyte, 2.5 inch hard drive. That's the reason I wanted it. It's because it's a 2 terabyte one. I've never had a 2 terabyte one before, but I actually, now this is more on brand with me. I found Microsoft Plus book, which normally I like to buy the box with the book. I wasn't even originally going to get this, but I felt something weird. I opened it up and it actually has a disc in it for plus 98. I just opened this book up to a page and it says for Windows 95. So these don't actually belong together, but it's okay. I also got the Microsoft 95 book that comes in the box of normal, and I got the Microsoft 98 book because for some reason they have these. They had these there, so I was like, sure, I'll take them. I don't even know if the guy charged me for it, but yeah. I don't know if I should advertise where I got this from, because, you know, it'll kind of be like, hey, I used to live around that area. I mean, it's kind of like a 30-minute drive, 30-minute drive for me anyways, but it's okay. So, yeah, now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and stand this up, plug it all in, and see if this thing powers on. These power supplies are redundant power supplies. In case one fails, the other one will keep it going, so. One, two, they're both clicked, all good to go. Then plug my monitor in here. Again, I didn't push the power button, it's just doing that on its own. So I think it did that before too, but let me go ahead and move this thing around and get it all set up properly. Oh shoot, we just immediately got video. It turned itself on. 2013. That's the year of this thing, okay. Let's see. There we go. I don't even have the stuff set up yet. Well, at least we know that it actually posts. This thing is freaking loud though, good grief. I wonder if it's stuck in a boot loop. So this thing actually has a disk in it that just says Linux ISO, whatever that means. So I don't know what kind of Linux is on it, but I'm going to go ahead and just get my stuff plugged in and ready. I wonder if it's trying to boot from IP, from the internet. The hard drive likes doing stuff. That's pretty neat. HP ProLiant processor initialization started. Complete. Oh, this is cool. I don't know if y'all can read the corners or not. Power regulator, smart array advanced, HP smart memory, intelligent provisioning, dynamic power capping, Sea of Sensors 3D, ILO management engine, ILO advanced agent list management. The fans are all running differently. What the heck? There's RGB inside this thing. I saw that. What the heck was that? I would have shown y'all, but it went off. Controller failure event occurred prior to this power-up. Let's see what it does here. Huh. System currently defaulted to typical. Please run RBSU to modify default. F9 for ROM. Okay. Oh, straight to CD-ROM. Good grief. Cinnamon. Okay, that's what is on the thing. Oh, it finally went quiet. LMDE4. Cinnamon 64-bit. Let's see if this boots. Firmware bug. The BIOS has corrupted. HWPMU resources. And then unexpected I wonder what that was. Whoa. Oh, Linux Mint? I know how to use Mint. So yeah, I think that somebody got their hands on this server and just sort of messed with it on their own. I just realized the hard drive is in the 6th slot, not the first one. So yeah, this thing is, I'm going to assume that it has just been wiped already. Mint, are you gonna boot? As long as the disk is still lit up, I guess we're fine. But, good signs. I did ask the question if this thing will start up, and the answer to that question is yes. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Good Mythical Morning. I wanna know what the UID button means. Let me turn my other phone on here. I grabbed my other phone because I was going to use it as a Wi-Fi extender, basically. Debbie Mint TTY1. Automatic login. Okay. So is that just supposed to be like the startup disk? Is it not actually installed on the hard drive itself? I just happened to notice there's this box here. I took it off. I wonder if I could put more hard drive slots. And there's another one right there too. Shoot, this thing could be expanded a bunch, can't it? Look at that. Oh, wow. Awesome. Man, this thing sure is taking its time, isn't it? I don't remember Linux Mint ever being this slow. I don't even know if freaking my mouse and keyboard is gonna work. Ooh, a mouse. Yes, my mouse does work. Awesome. It looks like the typical Windows mouse, too. I think it is booting off of the CD. But no, it's weird because look, the hard drive actually has lights on it. That's the eject button. And those actually light up like an Xbox 360. But it doesn't look like it's actually being used. Oh, it's not being used. That's why it took such a long time. Fortunately, I am actually slightly familiar with Linux Mint. I wonder... HP logical volume and then 537 megabyte volume? Empty. Alright. Oh! The hard drive has stuff on it. It actually looks like it's a Linux hard drive, or Linux, file system. This must be the disk. No, wait, what? Okay, hang on, let me reboot this computer and, let me take the disk out and see if it'll boot that way. Let's see what build this is. Menu at cinnamon main cinnamon menu. What? No. I need to know like the system. Oh my gosh, I don't have a mouse pad down here, so I'm struggling. Firefox, of course, software, system settings, system info. Okay. So it's, I don't know what this means. Okay, there it is. Intel Xeon CPU E5 2650 V2 at 2.6 gigahertz by 8, whatever that by 8 means. I have 2 processors in there, I know that. 24 gigabytes of memory? That's not right, it should be like 40 something. Nah, that's the VGA controller, hard drives. Okay, cool. Let me power this off. Restart. Take this disk out. This thing takes a while to boot, doesn't it? Why does it say 24 gigabytes? Because that's definitely not what I had read. Okay, 1 long beep, 2 short beeps. I'm gonna have to Google that whenever I edit this. 24 gigs is not what's in there. There's like 58 or 6 or whatever I said. Where the F9 is the setup key. Yeah, there's nothing in the CD-ROM. So, okay, that's just the boot order. It booted from the disk first. Oh, okay, so they just straight up did install Linux Mint onto the hard drive. Check your video drivers. Your system is running on without video acceleration. Yeah, it's because I don't have a GPU anymore. Oh, heck off. Seriously, password? Well, HP logical volume. Curious. Well, at least it's running faster, I guess. Didn't necessarily need the Quadro. It would have been nice to have, because I like having video drivers, but I like having a GPU and everything. That's just how I am, but anyways. Where's the... what am I looking for again? System info? Interesting. 24 gigs of RAM. I wonder why. I might install Windows Server itself on here so I can get a better understanding as to what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Linux Mint is bare, you know, fairly more bare than typical, so give me a little bit of time. I'm going to go get me my Windows Server ISO and run it from that. And it's going to be Windows Server Insider too, so yeah. Alright, I'm back and it locked me out, but I got Windows Server Insider on my USB stick here, and I'm just going to go ahead and plug in. I'm probably going to have to go into the BIOS and change some settings, so we'll see if I can figure that out. Alright, let's check setup here. There we go. Alright. I don't know why it does show both of the processors. That's a good sign. It's not showing all the RAM, so I wonder if one of them has failed maybe, or it's just not in the right spot. The BIOS is 2013, which means that it has not been updated since it's come out, which is not very good. Because I know that the CPU stopped being supported in 2020, which is quite a long time. So let's go ahead and just go through here and check stuff. System options, USB options. Okay. Processor. I'm not sure what that was about. Turbo boost enabled, VTD, yes, absolutely enable that. Numlock power on state, I mean, sure. SATA controller. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Power management. Power profile. Okay. Okay. redundant. Balanced, advanced, QP link. Oh wow, you can, I didn't realize you could change all this. Oh cool. Seems like some of them don't. Maximum speed. Sure. Power saving mode, leverage. I don't think I need this. PCI IRQ? Holy crap. It's got the, oh, it does have the USB 3 controllers enabled, it looks like. PCI. Alright. Standard. USB drive key. You got CD-ROM, floppy, USB, hard drive. Sure. I mean, there's not even a floppy disk on this, but boot controller order. Date and time. Oh, the date's just wrong. What is today? July? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 5, 6, 7. So, 7, 1925, and it is, what is 3? So 12, 13, 14, 15. 54. There we go, server. Okay. Server security. I'm looking to see if there's TPM stuff. I might have to try and update the BIOS before I do that. I don't know a lot of these that I'm looking at. PCM. Performance, it's not TPM. Huh. Where's the security at? I mean, other than server security, it should be in that, really. But it's not. And that's pretty much it. Like secure boot and all that's not on here. Huh. Curious. Alright. That must mean, like, something's wrong with the RAM or something. I'm not sure why it does that. I'm assuming it's 3. Good, it is 3. That's so weird. It's like a squished Windows 11 logo. You know, you see this right here? Mine still does the Windows 10 one sometimes, like, or a lot of times. The only time it does that is if it's restarting. Like, powering on from a restart. But if I turn it on from a power off, like if I shut it down and then turn it on, it does the Windows 10 one, Windows 8/10 one, for some reason. Also, did you know that that's text? Like, that's not a graphic, that's just text. It's kind of crazy to think about. Man, that took forever. Pay as you go? That's cool. Also, this is kind of, I mean, it's still like the Windows 7 look, obviously. They really need to change that. But it's kind of new looking. Like, these options have never been here before. Desktop experience, obviously. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Wait, that's not my... Where's my hard drive at? Interesting. Oh, I just realized, by the way, this has the HP logo on it right there. Can't really see it, but it's there. Does slot 1 not work? This is odd. Strange. Weird. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop recording just to save battery on my phone. I will be back later. Just figure this out. So I didn't notice, but on the BIOS, like boot up thing, there was a section for something. And it loaded this HP thing up. I wish I had it recorded, but I mean, it's whatever. It was the F10 option whenever I turned it on. I just found it, so I'm going to, you know, check this out. Of course, I don't have internet, so this is going to be pointless anyways, but I'm going to see if this works. It looks like it's like, I think it launched Mozilla Firefox, which is insane, but yes, Windows from a USB. Continue. Windows Server. Wait, what am I doing here? Locate operating system installation files. Done. Okay, continue. Server 2012, that's crazy. Very not true. Standard edition, sure. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this too. Look at that. This is my old phone. This is what I used to record with. I just busted it. This flat flickering is kind of new. It happens randomly. Alright, go down to the product key there. Sure, yeah. That's where I want it. Cool. And whoa, continue. Let's see if this just works. I mean, kinda would be awesome if it did. Partitioning the disk. Yeah, the disk is actually working. So yeah. So that's all I needed to do. I was like running up and downstairs like every now and then. But clearly it does need a BIOS update because when server 2012, good grief. So while I was up there, I remembered that I had a bunch of RAM and I sort of sorted through them. So I just set this up, but it's fine. You can see this is 256 megabytes, 512 megabytes, I think. I'm not sure what this one is. That's 512 as well. I'm not sure why I separated. Oh, well, maybe 128. 256, 512, 1 gigabyte, 512, 4 gigabytes, 2 gigabytes. Also, I don't know why it's failing to find install.wim because it definitely has it on there. I've literally watched it like take its sweet time copying over. Fortunately, I have server 2016. I also brought this down. More thermal paste for later. I guess I'm going to get server 2012 and bring it down here and just, you know, run it through that. So again, I'll be right back again. Gosh, this is taking a while. Alright, I got 2012 on there. Hopefully that works and I can upgrade from that. I also included the update for the BIOS because it's got like a lot of those. It's like all the way up to 2019. I just am recording this to show you all what it looks like. There we go, that's more like it. See, this is what I was talking about. It's got a little boot animation for it. See that? Mozilla Firefox. Cool. What? What do you mean? It is attached. It was literally picking it up earlier. Alright, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna work on this on my own. I'll probably be back whenever I actually have it, at least starting the install. Well, I finally managed to get it to freaking boot. This is actually server, this is not Windows 7. I pretty much did the same thing I normally do. Or I normally did with the F10 area. I guess I had the wrong settings in Rufus enabled, so it didn't work the first time, and it just installed without a problem. So, I don't know if this is still the installer, or, yeah, startnet.cmd. I guess we'll find out here in just a second. Driver load. Well, it's nice to see an operating system on here, and it seems quiet enough. I was tempted to put this up in my room and have it actually properly, you know, set it up to run as an actual server. I just didn't know just how loud this thing would get, or how loud it would be. So, I guess I'll do that. Oh, that looks like Windows 8. Interesting. Well, so by the way, this is running off of the hard drive now. It, like, transferred all of this stuff on my... Oh. Should I have left this plugged in? Shoot. Okay. Try this again. What did it run there? What the heck is that sound? Alright. Well, anyways, clearly this does work. I think I just didn't have my USB stick plugged in, but I will figure this out on my own. To answer my question in the beginning, does this work? Yes, it does. Yeah. As you can see, I've got the server running. I actually plugged the ASUS card in there, the 9800 GTX into there, and you know, the one with the 2 DVI ports and whatever that other port is, S-Video. And it finally worked. It took me 2 days to get this installed. I had to go through a whole I had to install like an older version of Windows Server and then upgrade it from that. And then after that, it's just the drivers were a pain in the butt. There's actually a few drivers that couldn't be installed because it kept throwing a green screen of death. And normally you're like, wait, green screen? No. It's blue screen, right? No. It's green screen on Insider builds. As you can see, I'm on the latest build of Windows Server Insider. So yeah, it works. It 100% works. I forgot to say, I had to take one of my old hard drives. I have an old 1TB hard drive, and there's SATA ports inside that thing. And so I plugged in a hard drive into the SATA port that's on the motherboard, because for whatever reason, it's just the hard drive that's there in the bay is just like either the drive is messed up or the actual ports are messed up, because bays 1 through 4 don't even have power to begin with. Sometimes the discs wouldn't even show up, and it would say physical discs are missing or whatever. But if any of you guys know anything about that server, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to add more hard drives to it. I know enterprise hard drives are incredibly expensive, so, but the thing is the one doesn't even show up in there. So I don't know if something's wrong with the bays, or the hard drive itself. It's probably the bays, if I would have to guess, if 1 through 4 doesn't even give it any power, but yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, go down into the links down below in my description. I've got a Discord server, I've got a store, aowstore.com, if you guys are interested in that stuff. You know, stickers, hats, etc., whatever. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. The server works. I'm probably going to mess around with it some more before I, you know, bring it upstairs and do that, because I kind of want to at least install one of these sticks in there, even though it's not actually reading the sticks that are in there, except for one of them. So I'll get that all figured out. And if you guys want me to make any specific sort of videos on the server, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, that's going to have to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, guys.